Welcome back to Peace, Love and Tarot. This reading is for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising. It's the weekly reading for the week of October 7th to the 13th. Your cards this week, Aries, we have the Trust the Niggle Oracle card. We have the Seven of Cups, Nine of Pentacles, Nine of Cups, Page of Cups, Four of Cups, and the Three of Wands. So lots of Cups energy going on this week, Aries, dealing with that emotional and feelings realm. No majors, no major arcana, which is fine. It can't always be sort of a showdown or, a really significant week every week. But yeah, we do have something that's coming to light, something that's unfolding. And it all starts with tuning into your intuition and tuning into those gut feelings that kind of let you know where the things are that need addressing in your life. So we have the Trust the Niggle Oracle card. I'm just going to start by reading that out for you. So what is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? That annoying niggling feeling, that inconvenient annoying niggling feeling, try as you might, it's there, and it's not going anywhere. Most people spend years ignoring their niggling feelings, throwing their best dollops of stubbornness, ego, and post-rationalization to numb them out. It's exhausting. And until you face the niggle, life just throws you more bait to awaken it, to draw your attention to the light within you that is bursting to come out. The niggle is an arrow pointing to what is standing in your way. The relationship, the conversation, the decision, the shift that needs to be made, the stone in your shoe. So Aries, is there something that you are not addressing that deep down needs to be addressed? Sometimes we have those feelings in our gut that just sort of indicate that there's something going on. And the more we ignore it, the louder the voice gets in our head or the deeper that feeling gets. So, you'll know what it is for you, but I'm just going to start in your recent past here. I'm really not surprised that the Seven of Cups is here in your reading. The Seven of Cups has actually been coming out a lot at the moment. For me, this is that feeling of things not being what they seem, or it's also my card of hollow promises. So this is what that niggling feeling could be about. Is there a situation in your life that seems one way on the exterior, but your intuition about it on an interior level is something different? So for example, it could be, if it is a career reading, you think this is relating to your work realm. It could be a role that you were taken on, you were promised, progression, pay increases and that kind of thing, but it's not delivering and you haven't seen any of that. Sort of like the carrot that's being dangled in front of the donkey. In sense of a relationship, it can be somebody who makes those hollow promises to you, we'll do this in the future, we'll start saving money, we'll work towards these things, we'll go out and do all these great things together, and then, that never really happens, and you're left like this person here, left, in that sort of sense of darkness, being, everything, grasping, and everything's being held from you at an arm's length. And it's almost like these things are actually become like a mirage in the sky. So, it really is that feeling of not being able to attain or grasp, those things that, you seemed also, glorious and attractive, and at one stage, like, pulled you in on a magnetic level, but yeah, it just hasn't materialized. So you'll know what that is for you, what that relates to. So, with the Four of Cups, I feel like you have been, over time, awakening to this truth as you learn to trust that niggle that has been going on, that voice in your head, maybe the little things that people have been saying to you, that feeling that things aren't what they seem, that feeling of, well, I just don't know if these things are actually going to come into fruition. And I think it's left you, feeling a little apathetic, feeling a little bit withdrawn, wanting to detach or isolate yourself from that situation. And it's likely that this person, this boss, this mentor, this partner, this friend has, continuously come in and said, well, here's another hollow promise, here's another cup, here's another thing that we could do, here's another promise of the pay rise. But I think you've heard it one too many times, and you're at the stage where well, look, I haven't seen any of this, materialize. Why should I believe you this time? And you've just been rejecting it. I just think that you really are over it, and it's time for you to actually move on to things that really are going to come true. Wishes that are going to come true, ships that are going to come into your harbour. That's what I'm seeing here, Aries. So It's all about, needing to move on from situations that are just not delivering. It's just not delivering. So, next we'll go to the Page of Cups here and the Three of Wands. Yeah. So, you are wanting to move on to things that are fruitful for you. Just want to point out, so we've got the Three Cups here at the bottom of the Four of Cups. We have the Three of Wands here. So 3 in tarot being the number of, new manifestations, of creation, of creating something new. So I think that you are withdrawing from the situation, and this is the week that you go back to the drawing board and go, okay, I know I'm going to move on, and this is the week that I am deciding which direction to take. So, that Three of Wands, it's, the young emperor setting out on a new journey. He's already turned his back and he's not interested in the past. He's not interested in looking back over his shoulders. He's only very much forward thinking. He's looking towards the future, looking towards the horizon, not looking back because he's lost interest in this. It just wasn't delivering. And you can see these ships that are out here on the harbour. Yes, they haven't come in yet, but these are the real promise of, abundance, better opportunities, better relationships, all those things that will come in at some point. We can definitely see that they will be coming in, which is beautiful. Now we have that with the Page of Cups. So there's a few reasons, with the Page of Cups here. For one, it could be some kind of apology from this person who kind of breadcrumbed you. It could be, an emotional communication of some sort. Could be that, trying to pull you in that one last time, but you're definitely not going to take it. It can also be a synchronistic opportunity or encounter that could come in to set you forth on this new path. Could be quite a, creative, kind of different individual, younger individual, possibly a water sign that has some influence on you for, your next phase in life. And it can just be like a chance opportunity, or that kind of flippant sort of feeling that makes you decide, well, you know what, I'm just done with that. I'm going to cut it and I'm going to move on to different things. So yeah, look out for someone that could be the communicator of that message, but it could also be, an apology from that person in the past. But there's no looking back for you. You're completely forward-looking, forward-thinking, and wanting to pursue new opportunities. That's what I see here, Aries. And will those ships come in for you? Well, look at this. I really, really think so. You know what? Make a wish, Aries. Number 9 is the wish fulfillment card. And look, we've got 2 number 9s here. So this is like, that almost there, almost in the place of great abundance, because obviously the 10 in both of these cards, the 10 of Pentacles is that highest level of physical material abundance, the 10 of Cups being that highest number of emotional joy, harmony, and love abundance. So, really, you can have it all, Aries. You can have it all. You just need to trust those niggling feelings and move away from the situations that are not delivering, because, you are moving on to a situation that really is. And I feel like, you can actually make that happen on your own. You are an Aries, you're a hard worker, you're a leader, but you are moving towards a very, a dual abundance situation in terms of physical and emotional abundance. This is contentment as well with that 9 of Cups. It is wish fulfillment, so do some manifestation. Dream big. Think about what you really, truly desire in your life. And that 9 of Pentacles, it really talks about being self-sufficient, about having everything you need within yourself to create true abundance. So I don't think that, this next chapter in terms of finding this abundance needs to strongly rely on somebody else. I think don't lean on anyone else is what I'm hearing. We've tried that and they didn't deliver. So really carve it out by yourself. You don't need that other person. This is also about you regaining a sense of self-worth, valuing yourself, knowing that you can make it on your own, knowing that you can grow, your own abundance, and you have everything you need within you to make that happen. I mean, these are just extremely positive cards here, Aries. So that's what I see you moving on to, almost the full whammy of emotional and material success. But, in order to get there, we need to move away from the things that might be holding us energetically from actually getting on and seeking the abundance that we truly deserve. So trust that niggle. Oh, and I did mean to show you that actually came out with a second oracle card, so I wanted to keep it, Aries. This is the Keepers of the Earth. I won't read it out, but basically it's a card of guidance about not being alone. And, oops, sorry to bump the camera. And saying that you are being guided this week. So trust that niggling feeling, because it could be, your guides trying to get your attention because they have much bigger and greater plans for you. So trust it. Just trust and have faith this week. So Aries, that's the reading. I hope you enjoyed it. I wish you all the best this week. Keep in mind it is a general reading. It won't be for every single one of you. Leave me a comment. I'd love to know how it's playing out in your daily life, and I'll see you back here next week for another reading.